Hi, this is Kwavi, and welcome to another episode of 50 Shades of Over 50. Now, your guest today is me. Yes, just me today. I'm so glad to be here because I'm really talking about a topic that I think a lot of you can benefit from. And the topic is how to achieve your goals in your 50s and over. So that's your 50s, your 60s, your 70s, and beyond. A lot of us are at this time in our lives where we're not quite sure which way to go, but I want to let you know something. This is not the time to be stagnant. This is not the time to just stay still. This is the time to go after all your goals. And the first tip I want to give to you in order to help you achieve your goals is decide that you are all in. Doesn't matter what that goal is. Decide that you're going to go 110% or more in on your goals. Because this is the thing, there is no one that's going to be in on your goals like you. No one but you. And why would you decide to go after a goal that you're only going to go haphazardly, like you're only going to do half of the work? Why? Why don't you go all in and see what happens? This is the time to do that. And so I encourage you. First step is to decide that you're all in. And it's important that you make that decision because it's easy for us to just say, well, no. Make a decision and decide you are going to go all in on whatever that goal is. Doesn't matter what the goal is, whatever it is, decide that you're going to go all in. Okay? The next tip that I want to give to you is I want you to write down all your past achievements, especially the ones that you probably thought, oh goodness, I'm not going to be able to achieve this. But one way or the other, you were able to achieve it. I want you to write that down. The reason for that is as you decide to go after your goals and you're taking action, you're going to come across some obstacles along the way. And you get to decide what those obstacles mean to you. For some of you, you might make it mean that, oh, maybe this is not a good idea. Maybe I should stop. For others, you might use it as a way to keep on going. I want to suggest that when the obstacles arise, because they will arise regardless, they will come up. I want you to decide that, this is an opportunity to explore an option that can help me overcome that obstacle. Because our brains, oh my goodness, our brains have so much capability in order to create all kinds of things. So I want you to decide that, okay, this obstacle, how do I go around it? How can I overcome this obstacle? Get your brain working. Tell your brain, you need to overcome this obstacle. What do you need to do? And in the beginning, you might be thinking, okay, what I do. But eventually, you're going to come up with some ideas and you will try them and keep on trying them until you're able to overcome that obstacle and you're able to move forward. Don't give up. The beautiful thing about writing down your past achievements is that it gives you an opportunity to look at what you've done in the past. So most of us don't look back. We just kind of just go with the flow. We don't really pay attention to what we've done before. I want that to remind you that you're able to do hard things. Because sometimes you forget. And sometimes you're like, well, I can't do this, it's too hard. You have done hard things for your kids. You have done hard things for your spouse. You have done hard things for family. You've done hard things for friends. You have done hard things for your employer. So I know you can do hard things for you. So this is a reminder of the amazing things that you've done in the past and the capability that you have to overcome whatever obstacle is thrown your way as you strive to achieve your goal. All right. So that's the second one. Write down all your achievements and use that as a way to remind yourself that, yes, you can do this. Number 3, I want you to remember that experience is your best friend. And it doesn't matter what you've experienced in the past, experience is your best friend. I want you to remember that. I want you to use that as you forge ahead and come up with steps and actions that you need to take in order to achieve your goal. Experience is going to come in handy. Listen, we haven't gotten to this age by just doing nothing. We have done so many amazing things along the way. And I want you to use experience as your best friend. Don't use experience against yourself. And what I mean by that is you say, oh, I'm too old to do this. Oh, I can't do this. It's too late. No, no. You're breathing. I'm sure you are because you're listening to this podcast, to listen to this YouTube show. And so if you're listening to this YouTube show, that means that you are capable of doing the hard work. All right. So that's the third one. The fourth one is celebrate all the wins along the way. Now, there was a survey done by Harvard a few years ago titled The Power of Small Wins. And what that involved was allowing yourself to celebrate all the wins along the way. Small wins, big wins, medium sized wins, doesn't matter what it is. And they found out that when people that celebrate wins, there's this dopamine hit in the brain when you celebrate. I want you to learn how to do that along the way because I'm going to tell you this. You're going to have challenges along the way. And if you don't celebrate the wins along the way, you might get to a point where you feel, oh my goodness, this is too hard. There's no point. But if you celebrate along the ways, that helps you move further. That helps you move along further. It helps you remember that, you know what? I've had some wins along the way. I'm going to keep going. But listen, if you have no wins or you haven't celebrated them, because I know you'll have wins along the way, but if you don't celebrate them, you will forget. And all you can think about is this is just hard work. This is not worth it. Why am I doing this? I don't want you to get into that mindset. I want you to remember that you have achieved some wins along the way and you're going to keep on going. I want you to expand your mind where it's thinking, okay, you know what? This might not be what I expected, but I'm going to keep on going anyway. Yes. Because you know what? When you get to the end, the way you feel is going to be priceless. Knowing that you set out on a goal and you actually follow through on it and achieved it. So I want you to celebrate all the wins. And this is the thing about wins. Your brain is not able to distinguish between you receiving your PhD and nailing a recipe in the kitchen. Doesn't know the difference. All it knows is you're celebrating, you're excited. And that celebration is what gives that dopamine hit. It's almost like fireworks in the brain. That's all your brain wants. And so I want you to keep on doing that along the way. Number 5, I want you to remember why you decided to strive for this goal in the first place. Never lose sight of that. And I want you to find a way to articulate these in a few words. So, like a statement. And when you remember that statement, it's going to give you a certain type of feeling. So it could be excitement, it could be determination, it could be a number of things. And that particular feeling is going to trigger you to take action. And when you take action, you're going to see the results in your life. And so I want you to hold on to your why. And maybe you can put it somewhere where it's conspicuous. So you can put it on your phone where it comes up as a reminder, maybe twice a day. You could put it on a Post-it note somewhere in your bedroom or your bathroom where you see it regularly. I want you to put it somewhere where you will see it on a regular basis so that it will be a constant reminder to you why you're embarking on this journey, why you've decided to achieve this goal. It will remind you, because I'm going to tell you, on the path to achieving your goal. So think about it. Your goal, you are right here. Your goal is over here. And in between this, I like to call that the river of misery. And during that process, you're going to encounter all kinds of challenges and wins. It's going to be back and forth, back and forth. But this is the thing. Sometimes when you're in that river of misery, you forget why you're doing this. And you're like, this isn't worth it. It's too hard. I can't do this. I'm too old. Why am I even doing this? But when you have your why close to you, you're going to remember and you're not going to lose sight of your goal. You're going to be like, I know I'm doing this. We're going to keep going forward. And that's what I want for you because I really believe that women in their 50s, 60s, and 70s can change the world. This is not our mothers or grandmothers over 50 and beyond. This is our own, and it's different. We're redefining it. We are creating amazing things at this age. And I know that we have even more to achieve. And so I don't want you to lose sight of that. I don't want you to kind of step back and like, oh, you know what? This isn't worth it. Maybe I should just, not do anything. No, this is your time to grow. This is a time for you to be an example of what's possible. And this is a time for all of us collectively to show the younger generation of what's possible for them. Because we didn't have many examples. I want us to flood them, flood their, timelines, and just, social media, newspapers, TV with examples of what we're doing so that they can say, wow, you know what? Getting older is an amazing thing. Look at what these amazing women are doing with their lives. We can create a massive impact once we decide to go after our goals. Because this is the thing with women. When we go after goals, our goals impact so many different people. When we achieve our goals, you know who is impacted? Everyone around us, our loved ones. And so do not for a second allow anyone, or even if they do mention this to you, don't believe them. Where they tell you, oh, you're too old, you can't do this, or it's too late for you. No, you can go after your goals. So I hope this has helped you. Please write these things down. Maybe you might need to watch the video again and write all these 5 steps down. But I'm telling you, you want to achieve success in your 50s and over? This is the way to do it. All right. Thank you so much for listening. Take care. Bye. If you enjoyed listening to this show, you have to take a look at Flourish, my online global community exclusively for women in their 50s and beyond. We talk about the important issues affecting women in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and beyond in a safe and non-judgmental environment. We also provide the tools and resources to help you create your best life on your own terms. It's never too late and you're not too old. Go to the link below to learn more.